Disrespect is a universal challenge. We've all faced moments where words or actions cut deeply, leaving us frustrated or upset. Yet, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers timeless wisdom to navigate these situations with strength and grace. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control others' actions, we can master our responses to them. In this guide, we will uncover 10 powerful Stoic lessons that can help you face disrespect with resilience and wisdom. Stay with me as we explore how you can transform these difficult encounters into opportunities for growth and inner peace. 1. Keep your calm. People are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. Epictetus reminds us. This Stoic principle teaches that the way we perceive an event shapes our emotional response. Disrespect, therefore, is not inherently harmful. It's our judgment of it that causes pain or anger. Imagine you're in a meeting, and a colleague undermines your idea in front of others. Your initial reaction might be anger or embarrassment, but Stoicism teaches us to pause and evaluate. Was their comment truly about your idea, or was it a reflection of their own insecurities or misunderstanding? By detaching from your emotions, you regain clarity and can respond with a composed, thoughtful answer that preserves your dignity. When faced with disrespect, remember that the behavior of others stems from their thoughts and feelings, not your intrinsic worth. Pause, breathe, and remind yourself that your emotional state is within your control. This perspective enables you to rise above the situation without letting negativity consume you. 2. Reflect on yourself. The Stoics believed self-reflection is a key to wisdom. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When disrespected, ask yourself, is there truth in their words? Did I unintentionally provoke this behavior? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values? Imagine being criticized by a friend for not keeping a promise. Instead of becoming defensive, reflect on their words. Was there a misunderstanding? Did you overlook something? By honestly assessing the situation, you take responsibility for your actions and can apologize or clarify the misunderstanding if necessary. Self-reflection isn't about self-blame, it's about self-improvement. By reflecting on the situation objectively, you gain insight and ensure your response is thoughtful rather than impulsive. This practice strengthens your character and fosters personal growth. 3. Learn to pause. Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit, said Seneca. Stoics value self-control and caution against reacting impulsively to emotional triggers. Picture a scenario where you're cut off in traffic and the other driver gestures rudely. The initial surge of anger is natural, but how you handle it defines your character. Instead of yelling or reacting aggressively, take a deep breath and remind yourself that their actions reflect their state of mind, not yours. Pausing allows you to act with wisdom and avoid unnecessary confrontation. When someone disrespects you, resist the urge to respond immediately. Take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and collect your thoughts. This pause helps you regain control and respond with wisdom and dignity, rather than escalating the conflict. 4. Practice empathy. Epictetus reminds us, seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. Practicing empathy allows you to see disrespect from a broader perspective. Often, rudeness stems from others' personal struggles, not a reflection of your value. Consider a cashier who seems curt and dismissive while ringing up your groceries. Instead of taking their attitude personally, imagine what they might be going through: a long shift, personal troubles, or stress. This shift in perspective allows you to extend kindness instead of retaliation. Empathy doesn't excuse disrespectful behavior, but helps you respond with compassion instead of hostility. A calm and understanding response can diffuse tension and create an opportunity for mutual respect. This approach reduces unnecessary conflict and fosters mutual understanding, aligning with the Stoic ideal of seeking virtue over victory. 5. Focus on virtue. For the Stoics, virtue is the highest good. Seneca wrote, "Virtue is nothing else than right reason." When confronted with disrespect, focus on acting virtuously, with wisdom, courage, and justice. Virtue isn't about perfection, but about striving to live by principles that reflect your highest self. Imagine a scenario where a coworker takes credit for your work. Your initial reaction might be to confront them angrily, but Stoicism encourages a measured response. Instead of reacting impulsively, calmly state the facts in a professional manner, ensuring your efforts are acknowledged. By acting virtuously, you maintain your integrity while addressing the issue constructively. Virtue means doing what is right, even when it's difficult. By responding in alignment with your principles, you demonstrate integrity and strength. This doesn't mean tolerating bad behavior, but addressing it in a way that upholds your dignity and values. Whether it's setting boundaries or speaking up, your actions should reflect wisdom and justice. 6. Embrace acceptance. The Stoic dichotomy of control teaches us to distinguish between what we can and cannot control. As Epictetus noted, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. This principle is essential when dealing with disrespect. Consider encountering a neighbor who habitually makes snide comments about your garden. While you can't control their remarks, you can choose not to let their words affect your peace of mind. By focusing on maintaining your garden as you like it, you reclaim control over your actions and priorities. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity or resignation. It means recognizing what is beyond your influence and redirecting your energy to what you can change. You cannot control others' behavior, but you can control your reaction. Accept disrespect as an inevitable part of life and focus on what you can influence: your thoughts and actions. This mindset prevents unnecessary frustration and fosters inner peace. 7. Use humor. Seneca observed, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." Humor can diffuse tension and lighten difficult situations, turning potential conflicts into moments of levity. Picture a situation where a stranger rudely comments on your outfit. Instead of becoming defensive, You could respond with a light-hearted remark, such as, "I see you've got a future in fashion critique." This unexpected humor can disarm the other person and shift the tone of the interaction. Humor, when used wisely, is a powerful tool. It allows you to rise above negativity, showing that you're unbothered by petty comments. This not only diffuses the situation, but also shows emotional maturity and confidence. A well-timed joke or playful remark can turn a conflict into an opportunity for connection, reflecting the Stoic ideal of finding strength and composure. 8. Set clear boundaries. Stoicism is not about passivity. It teaches us to stand firm in the face of disrespect. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and an essential tool for maintaining your peace of mind. As a Stoic, you can assertively communicate what behavior you find unacceptable and how you expect to be treated. Imagine a situation where a colleague repeatedly interrupts you during meetings. Instead of tolerating this behavior or reacting angrily, calmly address the issue. You could say, "I'd appreciate it if you allow me to finish my thoughts before sharing yours." By being firm yet composed, you demonstrate self-respect and encourage mutual understanding. Setting boundaries doesn't mean creating conflict. It's about fostering respect in your interactions. Whether dealing with a friend, colleague, or stranger, clearly stating your expectations allows you to navigate relationships with dignity and ensure that your values are upheld. This practice aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control, your actions and words. 9. Choose forgiveness. Forgiveness is not a favor to the other person, but a gift to yourself. While this phrase isn't directly from the Stoics, it captures their perspective on releasing emotional burdens. Anger and resentment harm the person who holds on to them more than the one who caused them. The Stoics believe that forgiveness is a way to free yourself from such negativity. Consider a family member who said something hurtful during an argument. It's tempting to dwell on their words or hold a grudge, but doing so only prolongs your discomfort. Instead, reflect on their intent. Perhaps they spoke out of frustration rather than malice. By choosing to forgive, you let go of the emotional burden and make space for healing. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing bad behavior or allowing it to continue. It's about freeing yourself from the grip of anger and reclaiming your inner peace. When you forgive, you shift your focus from the past to your own growth and happiness, a core tenet of Stoic wisdom. 10. Change your perspective. Perspective is one of the most powerful tools in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Our life is what our thoughts make it. The way you interpret events shapes your experience." When faced with disrespect, changing your perspective allows you to see the situation in a more constructive light. For example, imagine being criticized publicly by a peer. Instead of dwelling on the embarrassment, consider what you can learn from the situation. Was there any truth in their words? If not, recognize that their criticism likely reflects their own insecurities or frustrations rather than your worth. By focusing on the bigger picture, you remind yourself that disrespect is often a fleeting moment, insignificant in the grand scheme of life. This perspective helps you prioritize your goals, values, and virtues over minor conflicts, allowing you to live with greater purpose and serenity. A final thought. Disrespect is not just an obstacle, it's a test of character. Each encounter with disrespect offers an opportunity to practice Stoic principles like patience, wisdom, and virtue. By applying these 10 lessons, keeping calm, reflecting on yourself, pausing, practicing empathy, focusing on virtue, embracing acceptance, using humor, setting boundaries, forgiving, and changing your perspective, you transform challenges into stepping stones for growth. Remember, true strength lies in mastering yourself, not others. These principles empower you to respond to disrespect with wisdom and composure, cultivating the inner peace that comes from living in alignment with your values. If these lessons resonate with you, share them with someone who might benefit from this ancient wisdom. Together, let's foster a world where dignity and virtue prevail. Stay stoic and continue striving for the tranquility that comes from living a life of purpose and integrity.